Should you file for an extension? So the tax due date is customarily April 15th. This year, there's a few special holidays and weekends and stuff that come into play. So as a result, technically, individual income tax filings would be due April 18th. When is an extension appropriate? Something I want you guys to know is this. An extension with IRS does not extend the time to pay. That's a tax myth in urban legend. Filing an extension does not give you more time to pay. But what it does give you is time to pull together your paperwork. If you're just a disaster, you can fill an extension and the IRS will automatically grant you 6 months additional time to file your paperwork. But let's look at the extension for a minute. It's pretty simple. On here, you just list your name, your address, your social security number, and your spouse's social security number. But here's the sticky part. To do an extension properly, you are going to have to specify for IRS, what do you think that you owe them for 2022? Now, folks, if your paperwork is a disaster, how are you going to know what amount to send IRS, what amount that you owe them, unless you do your tax paperwork? So you would largely have to guess. So you would list what is your estimate of the total liability IRS is ultimately going to get from you, and then how much did you pay through your W-2 withholdings and estimated tax payments if you made those. As a result, how much do you owe here on the due date, the extension date? So when you send this in, that is the extension form, Form 4868. Now, if you're going to file this, I have two recommendations. One, personally, for my clients, whenever and wherever we can, in the off chance that we do an extension, we file it electronically. But not everyone can file electronically. So if you cannot do the extension electronically, the next best thing would be to send it certified mail. Because every year, if there is someone who extends, let's say we have 10 people who extend, it's usually not that high in our office, but let's say 10 people extend. I'm going to say 1 out of 10 of those people, the IRS will write them later and say, we never got your extension. So if you send it certified, you can prove that you sent it. It just proves that you sent an envelope. But why else would you send something right on the tax filing date? I have no idea why. It's either your extension or your tax form. If you can, my recommendation is get your tax form done. Just get it complete, get it knocked out and file. If you're worried about something, that's what tax amendments are for. You could always do an amendment later. That's my 2 cents. I hope that helps you. Good luck.